times for a net 10 yards and 1 rushing touchdown. He passed 28 times, completed 17 of those for 282, was sacked only once. Mekhi Lemon caught 5 out of the 8 times he was targeted, and I thought the guy that was guarding him, Grimes, did a nice job in knocking away a few others that could well have been caught had he not been there. Lemon, 5 catches, 63 yards. Jacoby Lane caught 3 for $115. McCree 3 for 67. Tanook Hines, including 1 great catch early in the game, 2 catches for 23 yards. Eric Gentry led the Trojans defensively with 8 tackles and 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss. Bishop Fitzgerald with the 2 interceptions. Christian Pierce had a sack and a tackle for loss. Trojans had 5 sacks altogether to just 1 for Purdue. Devin Mockabee, their fine runner, was held to just 45 yards on 12 carries, 3.8 per. Malachi Thomas, just a couple of yards. Brown, not much. And Merriweather, not much. Brown went 24 for 39, probably threw more than he wanted to for 305 and a touchdown. But he also threw 3 interceptions, 2 of those in and right around the goal line, and he was sacked 5 times. The former Trojan, Sean Michael Jackson III, 7 catches for 70 yards, including 65 yards after catch. I thought he looked just fine and kind of tweaked his nose at the Trojans a little bit.
Yeah, he's their guy. He's their number 1 receiver, I think. And he was a fine receiver when he was here, just not enough catches to go around here, so it makes the move, and it's paid off for him.
E.J. Horton caught 5 for 70. Nitro Tuggle, great name, 4 for 69 and a touchdown over the middle. And the tight end Buren caught 4 for 26. Miles Slusher was their leading tackler with 12. He had a tackle for loss. Charles Correa, middle linebacker, 11 tackles, had a tackle for loss as well. Trojans win it 33-17 over Purdue. When we come back, hopefully we'll be going down to the locker room to Jordan Moore, and he'll have the coach Lincoln Riley for our post-game interview there after a long day of waiting and then football here in West Lafayette, Indiana. 33-17, back with more on the Modelo Locker Room Report after these messages on the USC Trojans Media Network.
All right, class, settle down. Today's lesson is on the Arco Rewards app. Try to stay with me. The fundamentals are simple. Earn at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards, then redeem them later for up to $1 off every gallon. Now here's where it gets complicated. Oh, wait, it doesn't. It's as simple as downloading the Arco Rewards app to get started. Class dismissed!
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account at participating locations. Terms and conditions apply.
In the summer of 1997, Stone IPA was first brewed. We weren't trying to create the next big thing in beer. We just wanted to make the first anniversary ale of our dreams. Crisp, light-bodied, and still packed with hoppy flavor. That little recipe went on to become our flagship beer and inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. From that first batch to today, Stone IPA is still the iconic West Coast style IPA.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on.
Coach not quite ready yet, so John Jackson is standing by in the ESPN LA studios, and Sean Cody and I will chat amongst ourselves until the coach is ready to go as SC beats Purdue 33-17. We'll start with JJ, and John, the Trojans did win the game. That was the point. They won a game on the road in the Big Ten. They won a game on the road this side of the Rocky Mountains. And, that's all we expected when we got here, other than a 3-hour delay for a rainstorm. But we got through it. Everything's okay, and the Trojans won, and they're still undefeated.
That's what you went there for, Pete, just to get a win and try to get out of town. I was really impressed with the way that the Trojans, first of all, the defense put pressure on the quarterback. They had 4 sacks tonight. And the one thing that probably needs improvement is to cut down on the penalties, which that is always going to be the theme. But the way they took care of the football, turnover battle, 3-0. USC wins that, and of course, some touchdowns by the defense that helps every time. This defense is really stepping up.
Yeah, JJ, you mentioned that defense. I thought the front guys got after it today. What'd you think about the back end? I'm curious. You're a wide receiver. What'd you think about the way they played today? Obviously, you get some interceptions there, Bishop Fitzgerald. But how do you feel they performed today?
Well, it's just, it's a different team, than they played the last couple weeks. So the fact that, I think you said Eric Gentry, I think he led the team, was one of the top leaders in tackles. It seems like every time this defense plays well, Eric Gentry's name is right along at the top of the list in terms of guys who have played well.
JJ, we'll come back to you in just a bit. We've got the coach down in the locker room right now. Let's go to Jordan Moore.
Yeah, I've got the head coach, Lincoln Riley. Boy, nothing's easy on the road. How about a 3-hour delay to get this whole thing started? I mean, you go from a head ball coach to a logistical specialist. I mean, trying to figure it out, and you guys didn't even necessarily know. Take us through the machinations that go into all of it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on because you just don't know what time it's going to start. I mean, literally, after warm-ups, I was literally about to break them down at the end of my pregame speech, and we were going out the door, and they came and said, all right, lightning strike, and it was just every 30 minutes it just kept adding. And so you're trying to figure out how much you're going to need to warm them up. Do they need to eat? Do they need to get other pads? We're just kind of constantly in communication, and then had a plan ready for what we were going to do with the warm-up, with it obviously once it started getting a long ways away from the original warm-up. We knew it was going to have to be pretty substantial. Then, you're just kind of playing the waiting game there. So credit to our team, strength coaches, nutrition. Like, we were prepared, and it didn't faze us, and I think that would have caught a lot of people off guard. And so hell of a job by our team, everybody.
Yeah, and once the game started, how did you feel like the team handled all the road stuff? It was a really good crowd. I thought, cool atmosphere here. Difficult game, adversity along the way, but you win the turnover battle big time and ultimately pull away.
Yeah, I thought we handled it. I thought we handled it well. I thought we were excited to play. It's unique when you travel time zones. You kind of get them ready to play early, and then all of a sudden it's 3 hours later. And I thought our guys, there was zero excuses in here. It's like, we're going to be ready whenever they tell us to go out there and play, and we did that. I thought we controlled the game the entire game. I thought we made some really big plays on all sides. There's still plenty to clean up, some penalties, some execution things, but we controlled it, and we had contributions from all sides, and it was fun to come get that, because Big Ten road games they're all important, and those wins are like gold.
Guys, go ahead for Coach.
Coach Sean Cody in the booth, congratulations on the big road win. Coach, so much goes into this, and I'm sure you spent nights and nights thinking about, getting back on the road, trying to get a victory, and there you are at the end of the game. It's another it feels like it's getting close, and you guys are able to come out victorious this time. What's it like? What's that feeling like when you put all that work in, and you finally get that road win accomplished with this new group?
Yeah, it's just good. It's good to start that way. We've won our last 2 on the road, so it was good to start this season that way. And we knew this was going to be an important one. I mean, they were 2-0. You knew there was going to be a lot of excitement about the way they played early, and you came in here and it was a good atmosphere, and everybody's excited when USC comes to town. That's just part of playing here. And so, yeah, I thought our guys handled it. Again, I felt at every point of the game felt like we were totally in control of the football game. We had some things that we could have done better. We had some opportunities to separate more than we did, but we controlled the game and we won the game, and it honestly kind of felt that way to me the entire time.
Coach, I thought the key to the defense tonight was that pass rush all day. They were harassing Brown back there, and seemed like a constant effort. Obviously, Jaw with the big run. How was that defensive line? What did you think of their production today?
Yeah, they were relentless. We were able to get the production from a lot of different players. I thought we were impactful not only in the pass game, but we had a lot of TFLs and disruptive plays in the run game as well. So our group did an outstanding job. It was cool to see their impact, and especially in a road game against another Big Ten opponent, to step up and see that impact was really cool and a great step for us.
Coach, how do you like that train noise? You're going to dream about train noises?
Every place is a little bit unique, so they didn't get to play it enough, though.
Good. Look, another win. The coaching staff loves to work on things that maybe weren't as good as you wanted, but it's an every week thing, and that's what coaching's all about. I really like your coaching staff because I see individual position groups, all the position groups to me appear to be improving week after week after week. Talk a little bit, please, about your staff and what they mean to you.
Yeah, I've got a lot of confidence in them. I just, the guys from top to bottom, all sides of the ball, you feel like that, their guys are going to be prepared. They're going to be ready. We're going to continue to develop and correct them. And I think our team has a lot of confidence in them. I think our team knows that what these guys are asking you to do, like they know what they're talking about. And so if we'll keep our head down, keep working, keep improving, we're going to push these guys in the right direction. And I think there's just a lot of confidence in our players, and I think our players have a lot of confidence in our staff right now.
We had Bishop Fitzgerald on just a couple of minutes ago. He's got a head screwed on right. He speaks the King's English. It seems like a really nice guy. 3 interceptions with North Carolina State last year, 3 interceptions with USC in 3 games, and 2 big ones here, and a touchdown one earlier this season. When you're looking at a guy to bring in from another school, did you dream? Did you think this was going to happen with a guy like Fitz?
Well, we loved his experience. He played in a defensive system that was radically different than ours. So I think the big question was how was he going to be able to translate to this? And he's handled it well. He's a smart kid. He loves the ball. He's really picked up our stuff quick, and it's cool to see him step in there and make some of those plays when his number's been called. And obviously, like you said, the 2 tonight were big-time plays.
Undefeateds tonight, undefeateds next week. Michigan State won again, so you got a couple of 3-0s at 8 o'clock at night at the Coliseum. It's going to be a wild one.
Should be awesome. Can't wait.
See you there.
Fight on.
Thanks. Let's tell you this first, then we'll talk to Jordan. That was the final word with head coach Lincoln Riley.
That was the final word from head coach Lincoln Riley, brought to you by Smart & Final.
Smart & Final is a proud sponsor of USC Athletics, and they're ready to help you add some serious flavor to your game day snack spread.
Well, the idea is to win football games if you're going to play football games, and that's what the Trojans did. It was an interesting and long day, Jordan, and it's one we will never forget.
Yeah, I think I'd like to. Apologies to you guys. I wasn't a huge part of the broadcast with all the technical stuff that we were dealing with today. So we were in the muck. The team was in the muck, and you just got to band together and get out of it. And I think that's what this crew did today. And they got a much needed road win. They ended that streak of losing in the Eastern and Central time zones. So get all those monkeys off your back, and then march on in this season, because there are bigger games, bigger opponents, and many more to come.
And we always say there's stuff to fix, and there certainly was stuff that we saw tonight, all of us saw tonight, that SC needs to fix heading into next week's game against Michigan State.
Yeah, I do think you're starting to see the strengths and weaknesses a little bit. I don't think we were sure what we had in the first 2 games, and I thought today we saw some real strengths, and then you saw some real areas what teams are going to target until it gets better. So I think that's it starts to, the shape of the season starts to show itself.
Jordan, thanks. See you on the plane.
Thank you.
JJ's back in ESPN LA studios, and a final comment from JJ on the same kind of vein there as you saw, like we did, things to fix. How quickly can they do so? How quickly do they need to do so?
No, I think they need to do it by next week, Pete, because Michigan State, I think, is a solid team. They're not going to be the best team we play all year, but they're a very solid team, and they'll be a key game in terms of determining whether we make it to the college football playoff. So this is a huge game next week. Be ready.
But you liked what you saw tonight and the fact that they won the football game.
I do. I like the fact that they managed the way they managed the football game, Pete. They got the lead. Of course, it wasn't like a really fast start that was one of my keys to start the game, but they did manage the game very well down the stretch. And like I said before, the defense was putting points up on the board, creating turnovers. That's going to be that turnover margin is going to be a key stat the rest of the way.
+5 right now. That's the way to do it. That's how you win football games. JJ, thanks for the long day. I know it's been long for you as well there in the studio watching the football game and getting ready to chime in with your timely comments pregame, halftime, and postgame. We'll see you at the Coliseum next week.
All right, safe travels, guys.
Thanks, man. Sean, last comment from you about SC Purdue. Let's put this thing to bed.
We won. It's over. That's all I got left.
Good. Now, you hungry?
I'm hungry. I want to get on the plane. I'm ready to get out of here. Let's go.
Need some pizza. All right, Trojans win it then. And we remind you to stay tuned for the Trojan wrap-up show with Control Room A. All right. Do I have a card that says? There it is. I see it. Jason Schwartz, Stuart Cravens will be talking Trojan football and taking your calls. 877-710-3776. That's 877-710-ESPN. I'd like to thank a few people and let you know that our next broadcast is next Saturday, September the 20th, when the Trojans take on Sparty. Michigan State Spartans will be there. There'll be a lot of green in the crowd. I hope there's more red. I hope you get out there and see it. Kickoff at 8 o'clock. Our broadcast begins at 6 with the Trojan Tailgate Show. And then 7:30 for Countdown to Kickoff on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. Thanks to our in-studio board operator, Kasim Diakate. Highlights provided by Jose de la Roca. Our spotter tonight was Mark Culkin, producer-engineer Rick Cutler, producer-director Gia Lares, and the executive producer of USC Football is Matt Wells. The words we've been waiting to say for a long time today. For Sean Cody, Jordan Moore, and John Jackson, this is Pete Arbogast reminding you the final score once again. USC 33 and Purdue 17. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the Modelo Locker Room Report, brought to you by
Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
Pechanga Resort Casino, proud partner of USC Football.
I Trust Capital, the official crypto platform of the USC Trojans. And by Salaya Tequila,
proud partner of the USC Trojans.
proud partner of the USC Trojans. Stay tuned for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo, the fighting spirit of the USC Trojans. Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens will talk all things USC football. Take your phone calls and more.
Right here on the ESPN LA USC Trojan Media Network. Presented by Pechanga Resort Casino.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
A Jersey Mike's sub bowl is any sub without the bread. They're great anywhere.
So you can have a Mike's Chicken Philly sub bowl on the beach?
Sure can.
Or a BLT sub bowl when you're at the airport?
Absolutely.
So I can have a turkey provolone sub bowl on a date with my mom's lifelong best friend?
Are you sure it's a good idea?
Linda knows how to handle me.
Yeah, it's like we've known each other forever.
Because you have, Linda. Your favorite sub in a bowl for any time, anywhere. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
For a USC touchdown.
It's time for the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
The fighting spirit of the USC Trojans.
We will break down the game, hear some highlights, and take your calls. USC football is a final, and we wrap it up right now. Here are your hosts, Jason Schwartz and Sua Cravens.
Well, I've been waiting a long time to say this, but welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. The Trojans defeat the Purdue Boilermakers tonight out in West Lafayette. A long day. And Sua, how you doing back there, man? How you doing?
I'm alive.
Oh, we're rocking the Niners today, huh?
It's only a turtleneck. I got it at a family member's house a long time ago, so I just kept it, and I like turtlenecks. So I am not a Niners fan at all.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you're new Rams Sua, and you got the Niners turtleneck going? Come on.
I'm not a Rams fan either, to be fair, so yeah. I'm not stomping on anybody's, fandom.
All right, well, welcome everybody to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens, Jason Schwartz with you. Going to be taking your calls here shortly, 877-710-3776. That's 877-710-ESPN. What a day. I mean, Sua, I feel for those guys out there in West Lafayette, man. They did a great job, Pete and Sean and Jordan, filling all that time, talking to so many people. What did you do to fill the time all day today?
My parents are downtown. I hooked them up, so I've just been taking them to lunch and hanging out with them the whole day, and my dad was like, "Wow, you get paid to do this?" I'm like, "This is not how it always is." But
oh no, yeah, I get paid to do this, and I complain about it all the time.
Like, this is not how it always is, but it's been a nice time.
And they didn't want to stick around for the show?
They were here all the way until the last 5 minutes of the SC game, and then my mom was like, "I want to go." So
yeah, long day. What was the delay? What did it end up being? 3 hours?
yeah,
Something?
2.5, 3 hours. Yeah.
Whew. Well, the Trojans get it done today. Sua, what were your thoughts on the football?
Hey, I wanted them to win more convincingly. I felt like we left a lot of points out there. We could have easily beat this team by, I think 10 to 14 more points, but I'm not going to complain about a conference win. And I expect more out of the defense. DB's got to step it up. DB's got to figure it out. But I also understand playing DB that pass coverage works hand in hand with pass rush and run stops and run fits. So I can't be too hard on the DBs because it's going to be a collective effort.
Did you kind of get a feeling with the defense today? We talked about it a lot a couple of years ago, right? That bend, don't break, because Purdue moved the ball. Purdue moved the ball, but USC was opportunistic, came up with sacks, came up with turnovers. So you like that part of it. There was definitely playmaking on that side of the ball, but I hear you. I feel like the defense, Purdue moved the ball okay against them today.
Yeah, Purdue moved the ball. I wouldn't say with no problem, but they were efficient. And there were a few times where if a player didn't slip or if a running back didn't just get tripped up, there were runs that could have went for 30 to 40 yards, maybe 2 or 3 of them. So I understand the stats say, we played great in run defense, but if you watched the game and just looked at the front seven, there were a lot of plays where I was like, uh-oh. And maybe even when they worked out in our favor, I'm just thinking that against a good team like Illinois or Oregon might be 10 yards or might be 40 yards or a touchdown. So, fans get real mad at me when I tweet about the team or the defense or the D-line, and I say I expect more. I give them certain grades, but I need them to understand I'm seeing things that can't happen week 6, week 10, week 11 that we get away with now. So it's just something to keep in mind.
Well, I think as far as what we're trying to figure out what this USC team is, and I'm not sure that today told us much. I think they took care of business against Purdue. I think Purdue looked like the toughest opponent they've had so far. Obviously, they got the win in the Eastern time zone. People have been talking about it all week. They haven't done that since 2012. But yeah, I thought they looked great in the first half. I thought Jaden Maiava was terrific in the first half. I thought he threw the ball well with accuracy. He ran the ball well. He pulled the ball. We saw some really nice quarterback play, I thought, from Maiava, which I thought was really promising.
Yeah, and I really like that. What I saw out of him in the RPO game, because we're not demanding he look like Michael Vick. We're not looking for a Pat White type of quarterback where I'm expecting you to run for a half 1,000 yards and to be a dynamic, explosive runner in this USC offensive attack. I don't need that from Jaden. All I need is for you to get the defense to understand and respect that if you get overly aggressive, I can pull this ball and go pick up a first down. And we saw a few times today where 5 or 6 yards, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, or what's going to happen? Is USC are they going to go 3 and out because they got pass happy? And we saw Jaden make the decision, go RPO. Sometimes he handed it off. Sometimes he'd pull it and get down. And that's that next level of that offense that we need to see.
I thought it was good, too, the way he spread the ball around. I mean, it didn't end up being a prolific passing attack today, but we saw Jacoby Lane make plays. We saw Mekhi Lemon make plays. Those are expected. But we saw Lake McCree make plays. We saw Tanook Hines with a great catch. He got a 50-50 ball, and he brought it down. I liked seeing Maiava able to spread the ball around today.
Yeah, we're not short of talent at any position. And even King Miller, he's not even on scholarship, and he's getting real deal playing time, actual handoffs in the middle of the game where it's not a blowout. No, this is a one-score game, and he's now part of the offensive game plan. So USC acquiring talent and having it has never been an issue. It's been the thing that you just mentioned, getting everybody the ball, and it seems like we're starting to get that figured out.
Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. We are just getting started here, later than we had hoped, but just getting started here on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Cravens and Jason Schwartz with you, 877-710-3776. That's 710 ESPN. Get in the queue. Give us a call. Let's talk some Trojan football. But first, after this break, we got the highlights for you. That's all coming up next on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Having a high-yield savings account at USC Credit Union has its advantages, perks, and benefits, like the fact that USC Credit Union members can get significantly higher interest rates than the national average for savings accounts. That's an advantage. Plus, you have the option to open your account with as little as $100. That's a perk. And you'll have peace of mind knowing that your hard-earned savings are insured up to a whopping $15 million. That's a benefit. Visit usccreditunion.org and start growing your savings today. Federally insured by NCUA.
Love staying ahead of the game with the latest tech? Meet Helium Mobile, the first phone carrier powered by the people. Experience coverage from the nation's largest 5G network and a network built by people like you. For just $20 a month, get unlimited talk, text, and data. Plus, earn crypto for contributing to the network, which you can use to pay your phone plan. Whether you're a USC Trojans fan, student, employee, or just trying to save a buck on your phone bill, Helium Mobile is for you. Make the switch today at HelloHelium.com. Fight on.
No matter what you're looking for in a non-alcoholic beer, there's only one name that has it all. Athletic Brewing Co. Full flavor? It's athletic. Huge variety? It's athletic. Award-winning styles you can get online, at the bar, or the grocery store? It's athletic. In fact, when it comes to amazing non-alcoholic beer, there's no question. It's athletic. Ask for it and find out. Go to askforathletic.com to find your closest retailer today. Near Beer.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Trojan fans want the inside scoop on this game and all things Trojans. Be sure to sign up for the 3 Torches presented by Smart and Final. It's a free newsletter that'll hit your email inbox 3 times a week with game info, player insights, and more. Go to usctrojans.com/3torches and sign up today. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you. 877-710-3776 is our number. That's 877-710 ESPN. Trojans beat Purdue 33-17. They are 3-0. They've got a road win in the Big Ten. They have got Michigan State at home late night next week on Saturday, 8 o'clock Pacific time, and a chance to improve to 4-0 before that big matchup at Illinois. We want to get to your calls soon, but before we do that, let's jump into our game highlights. And our game highlights are presented by Ontario International Airport, a proud sponsor of our USC Trojans. And Sue and I were just talking about it, but our first highlight coming up early in the game as USC's defense showed that they were coming out to make some plays early on. I think they ended up with 5 sacks tonight, and this was the first of them.
Brown wants to throw, being chased, hit by Pearson, dropped by Pierce. He'll get the sack, hit him around the head, coming around the backside, and he never had a chance as he spun him around. He lost his balance, and he gets dropped back at the 50-yard line. A deficit of 5, and it'll now be 3rd down and 21 for USC. Christian Pierce with the sack.
I'll take a sack any way we can get it. We got to create pressure. If that means sending a DB sometimes, you got to get home 5, 6, or even 7.
Yeah, just confirmed it was 5 sacks for USC's defense tonight. I know Helen in Texas, Helen of Troy, is going to be loving that. Then it was the offense's turn, and they were moving the ball well in the first half, and this was one of Jaden Mayava's best passes. We've seen him throw a 59-yard strike to Jacoby Lane.
Mayava will throw on 3rd down, has all kinds of time, throws downfield looking for Lane. He's got it at the 50, 40, down to the 35, the 30, and inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Long pass and catch. Nice run after catch for Jacoby Lane. That's a 1st down USC.
That's that down field ability that Jaden has. He can get the ball to his receivers, and we didn't see a lot out of Jacoby today as far as one-handed catches go, but nice route and got the DB to bite on the double move and to make the play. He runs so much like Dwayne Jarrett. Like his body type reminds me so much of Dwayne Jarrett. It's funny seeing.
Trojans would settle for a field goal on that drive. They had a 3-0 lead, and then Purdue was moving the ball well. They got down deep into the red zone, and then it was Bishop Fitzgerald making another big play, coming up with a pick in the end zone.
Motion away for Horton. Caught a big pass earlier in this drive. Brown wants to throw, in trouble. Gallops away, throws, intercepted in the end zone. And down there he goes, is Bishop Fitzgerald. Cut in front of the intended receiver, bobbled the ball to himself. Trojans turn Purdue away on the touchback. How do you do?
Bishop Fitzgerald, he gets another pick. This is his third game in the Trojans uniform. He already has 3 of them. I'm sure we'll go over the next pick soon, but we kind of got bailed out on that drive because Purdue was moving the ball, no issue, going down the field, each play just methodical all the way down the field, and the quarterback tried to force a throw. And I'll take it. I'll take a turnover in the red zone, but like you said, it reminds me of that Grinch defense where we would see this in games and get turnovers in the red zone, and people would say there's nothing to worry about because we lead the country in forced turnovers, but against good teams, you can't play like that. But right now, I'll take that.
An impressive pick, though, for sure. Bishop Fitzgerald coming up there with his second of the season. And then we were just talking about it in the last segment, but Tanook Hines getting involved in the next drive. USC coming down the field trying to get into the end zone, and this was a huge play in that drive. Jada Mayava throwing one up for Tanook Hines, and he brought it down.
Snap back to an empty backfield to Mayava. Throws up the right side. Great catch up in the air, and down with it is Tanook Hines at the 45, maybe 46-yard line. Wow, he was covered pretty well and just went up and took it away.
Hey, there was a couple plays by Tanook that surprised me. I didn't know he could jump that high, first of all. I need to know how big his hands are because if he brings down, we're probably not going to use it as a highlight, but if he brings down that drop in the end zone, I think that's even better than the Jacoby catch we saw a week or two ago. So it's good to see the youngin going out there and making plays.
Well, USC would catch it in at the end of that drive. Jada Mayava taking it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Back to play for the Trojans as they've got a 2nd and goal from the Purdue 3-yard line, now moving left to right as Lyons comes in motion. Got turned away here on a 3rd down earlier. It'll be Mayava to keep it away from Wayman Jordan. He'll walk into the end zone behind the block of Walker Lyons, and that's a USC touchdown, and SC leads 9-0.
Yeah, and that's why the RPO offense is so important, and that's why it's important for Jaden to show defenses, like, you're going to have to respect this element of our game because I will pull it, I will score, and that way it opens up bigger rushing lanes for Wayman Jordan and Eli Sanders.
Well, speaking of Wayman Jordan, Purdue got on the board with a field goal, and USC drove down the field again in the second quarter, and it was Wayman Jordan who got in the end zone for the Trojans' second touchdown of the game.
McCree and Lyons on this near side. Lyons behind McCree. Always a danger to catch a pass at the end zone. Lane way up to the far side. Lemon this way, but the handoff to Jordan. Starts off the left side, gets to the goal line, turns around and spins backwards into pay dirt. That's a touchdown, Wayman Jordan, and a touchdown, USC. Strike up the band. And quiet the crowd.
Just give him the ball. Just give him the ball. Let him burn the clock. And he seems like he's the type of running back that gets better as the game progresses, and he's a bell cow. I think that we can get him more carries, and I'm not just saying that because I chose him as my player of the game. That has nothing to do with me wanting him to get more carries.
18 carries tonight for 77 yards for Waymo. Eli Sanders had 10 for 75. All right, well, if there's ever a highlight that anyone tunes into our show to hear, I think it's going to be this one right here. With Purdue kind of hanging around a little bit, it was 23-10 in the second half. They were moving the ball down the field, and this is a highlight I think we'll be listening to for a very long time. You know which one I'm talking about. Here it is.
Brown will pass as he's hit, but it knocks up in the air, and it's taken out of the air by the Trojans. Jarrett, the big old dude, is at the 40, at the 30. He's got an escort at the 20, the 10. The big man has scored a touchdown for USC. All 6'5" and 360 pounds of Jamal Jarrett, the transfer from Georgia, How do you do?
Rumbling, fumbling, stumbling.
The thick six.
The thick six. Big boy touchdown. You love to see it. I'm surprised nobody on Purdue's offense that at that played skill position was running towards the ball. I'm surprised he just had a free lane all the way to the end zone. But, hey, I'll take it. Again, you love a big boy touchdown.
I love the look. If you're watching us on YouTube right now and you're looking at the TV highlight, the look on that Purdue fan's face, just like stunned, but like not that unhappy about what he just saw. You know, it's like a life-changing moment right there. It's also the game-changing moment of the game, presented by Cookies, proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. I thought it was pretty cool too on the TV broadcast on CBS. They later on in the game, late in the game, they played that highlight with Pete's call. I think Pete would love to know they did that. And Brad Nessler gave Pete a little bit of love there too. But that's a highlight we're going to be listening to. We're going to be watching for a very long time. It made it 30-10, and USC one more play at the end by the defense. Bishop Fitzgerald coming up with another pick to seal the deal.
They run the play before a replay could be made. Brown fakes and intercepted. That's Fitzgerald running up the sideline. He won't get very far, but he'll get out across the 30 to the 35-yard line. And that will turn them away without any points. Bishop Fitzgerald with his second interception of the game. The Trojans turn them away again. Fitzgerald with an interception in the end zone and near the end zone. And that could send this crowd home unhappy as the Trojan band strikes up all right now.
Bishop Fitzgerald, one of the saving graces of this DB room today. The DBs did not play well as a group. They gave up a lot of passes and a lot of passing yards, but Bishop Fitzgerald, 2 clutch plays in the red zone where you need them most. So, again, I'll take it against Purdue, but we cannot rely on forcing turnovers against the better teams as the season progresses. We got to hunker down, lock in on defense.
Do you remember where Bishop's first pick of the year was? What part of the field?
It was in their territory, like their 35 or their 40.
Because how about 2 picks, one in the end zone and one inside the 5-yard line? I mean, we're talking about bend but don't break.
Red zone sniper.
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, those are our highlights presented by Ontario International Airport. The Trojans taking care of Purdue 33-17. We're going to get to your calls shortly, and we're going to get to a break shortly as well. But before we do that, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here across the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
Trojan fans, you can listen to USC football and all the biggest college football and basketball games on the TuneIn app, free internet radio. You can also call us and talk USC football here tonight on Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. We're going to get to Helen of Troy and the rest of your calls when we come back after this break on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
We're not just the Trojans, we're your Trojans. Coach Lincoln Riley here to let you know how to customize your Wells Fargo debit card or open an account today and show your Trojan pride with every purchase. Get started at wellsfargo.com/Trojans. Wells Fargo is proud to be the official retail bank of USC Athletics.
Copyright 2025 Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member, FDIC.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Trojans fans, swing by Lazy Dog Restaurant for scratch-made meals and $15 fireside favorites. Pick from 5 entrees and enjoy a personal-sized s'mores brownie sundae, Monday through Friday. For more info, go to lazydogrestaurants.com. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Sua Craven's Jason Schwartz with you. We're about to take your calls after the Trojans beat Purdue 33-17. And I'm hesitant to give out the number to call because we are looking like we've got a long line of people waiting to talk with us, Sua. But 877-710-3776 is the number, 877-710-ESPN. And no matter how long the line is, of course, we got to open up the velvet rope and welcome in our leadoff hitter, Helen of Troy. Helen from Texas. What's going on, Helen? I know you like those 5 sacks tonight.
Yes, I did, but I'm not in Texas today. I'm at my daughter's house in Nevada for my birthday, and I told her not to do this. And in January, she found out the Eagles were playing at the Sphere, and she spent way too much money for these tickets. And I said to her, honey, Mom's got vertigo. I'm old. I got a busted leg. I'm probably going to die trying to walk around that Sphere thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. She says, Mom, it's going to be okay. Dad and I will be there. It's going to be okay. No, I said, don't do it. And besides, it's football season time. And I said, don't do it. She says, I'm doing it. Well, she bought this ticket. And then we saw that the game was supposed to be at 12:30. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll be all right. I can go to this concert in the Sphere, right? No.
So wait, so Helen, you're telling me you skipped the Eagles at the Sphere
you
to hang out
right, I
during
did.
the delay and watch your Trojans?
I told my daughter, said, this is just dumb Purdue. And I said, don't say, you better be careful, honey, because next week you might be playing them and lose again. You know, she's the Notre Dame fan in our family. So no, I did not go. And I'm here in her house. And I says, I told you, do not blame me, because I said, don't do it. Don't do anything during football season. This is my thing.
So Helen, is today your actual birthday?
No, the 15th of September is. But this is my birthday week. My daughter does these birthday weeks, the kind of thing. So,
and it's
what can I say?
The big 7-6?
Yes, the big 7-6.
All right.
Well, happy birthday.
Well, Notre Dame right now, by the way, they got a 40-34 lead on Texas A&M with 2:53 to play in the fourth quarter.
TV's going on here. You think we were a bar?
Helen, what'd you think about the game? What'd you think about the USC game tonight?
Yes, okay. I love seeing the win, and I really enjoyed the successful fourth down attempts. You know, sometimes people are afraid to do that, but mathematically, they mostly work. I think people forget about that. That's like an old thing. I think, what's his name? The old coach from Notre Dame. The nuns told him that. Mathematically, fourth downs work. It's a really long, old...
Talking about Newt Rockne?
I don't know. Yeah, Newt Rockne. It was like an old thing about, when you have a fourth down, don't do it. Most of the time they work, but that's on, I like seeing it. And on the running game, they did not disappoint. They played with some smash mouth. You know, I like seeing that. I like it being a little tougher and pushing through the holes there. And were the interceptions not wonderful? Fitzgerald should be really happy. And what about the pick six from our wonderful little teddy bear, as everybody's talking about, Jamal Jarrett? Nobody was taking his did I say it wrong? It is Jamal
Well, you just
Jarrett,
said, no, you said little teddy bear. There's nothing little about that guy.
Pause.
He's like, I bet you he's a little teddy bear in heart. I bet you he hugs his mama all the time. No one was going to take away his touchdown. And you know, especially since, you know, Maeva, he was doing really, really well under pressure, but they were covering Waymo so much he wasn't able to, you know, do his little thing either. So we needed all these little extras, I think, during the game. And, you know, the best thing I liked seeing that we hadn't seen before for a long time, I liked the choices when they were flipping back and forth between our tight ends. It was very successful. We'd pick up 8 yards here, we'd pick up 5 yards there, we'd pick up 8 yards on this side, go to the left, go to the right. And it was nice. It should be repeated, especially when a lot of our players are, you know, have lots of coverage like they did to Jordan today. And we cannot forget the golden leg of Ryan Sayer. He was almost perfect today.
I'll leave it to you, Helen. You're not forgetting anyone.
Well, you know, I just love the game, and I love seeing how many sacks did we get today, guys? 5.
We got 5.
5
sacks.
5 sacks. It helps them take the wind out of their sails. And here's my saying: the more you sack, the more you win.
All
Period.
Right. Well, Helen, hey, we wish you a very happy birthday in a couple days. Are you going to be out in Vegas celebrating?
I'm not done yet. However, what are we going to do with these 10 penalties?
This is Helen's show. Hey, this is Helen's show.
False starts, pass interference, holding. No! Illegal hands to the face should not be happening. Give me the paddle. The last few years, we never changed out our defense when the same play was done over and over and over again. We're still doing that. Let's stop that. And I just want to see more stops on the third down. The wind felt really, really good, and I saw many, many improvements, and I hope they'll occur even better as we continue to win. Fight on, and I had one little note.
I'm just ready for Sue to tell Helen he's got a family.
Now, Helen, I do have a family now.
I missed a $400 ticket, Sue. Sue, on defensive backs, they need to improve. So there we go. And then I'll talk to you at the end of the game, at the end of the show, to do the soothsayer thing and pick our players. Love you guys. Fight on. Keep on keeping on.
Love you, Helen. Fight on. Happy birthday. Someone's going to sing happy birthday to Helen tonight. Someone's going to call and sing happy birthday.
Oh, okay. I'll do it. That'll work. Bye.
I think actually, Sue, you got a record. Don't you have like a CD? Don't you have an album?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Next caller.
All right. Thanks, Helen, as always. What a call that was. Let's move on to Mike from Atlanta. Mike, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
What's up, fellas? Man, I don't know how to feel about today. I wish I could be as excited as Helen of Troy is. But I don't know. I see problems. If we can't really, get the running game going, well, I know yardage-wise it looks okay, but I just feel like we didn't really get the offense going. Defense, I know we play a bend but don't break style of defense. I'm not too mad at it. You only give up 17 points. I will take it. But, man, we got some improving to do before we get to Illinois. Matter of fact, I'm not so sure. Michigan State, I think, is another big game next week in the Collie. I agree with Sua, DBs. I know the talent is there, but we seem out of whack there. It's just not going well, it seems like. It's like a lot of space. The receivers got a lot of space. So I just want to see what y'all think about that. I'm happy. I'll take the win. Finally got a win in the Eastern time zone, so overall, I'm happy. I'm just, I'm wondering if maybe we not quite where we mostly hoped we were. But I'll take what y'all got to say about that, man. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Well, no, we're on the same page. We see a lot of the same things when it comes to this USC defense. And I'll start from the top down. When it comes to these DBs, they got to play better, 100%. We got to be better. And I know fans are probably like, why are they back so far? Why are they giving them so much of a cushion? Well, pass coverage works hand in hand with pass rush and run fits. So when a team is going RPO, and we explained it in the pregame show, this Purdue team ran basically the similar offense of our team. They like to go shotgun. They like to go RPO, a lot of play action. They like to run with their quarterback. And when you have a defense that has to play in an RPO type of mindset, the linebackers are in a no man's land situation because they have to play the run and play the pass. So when we're giving up runs and we're trying to be, run oriented in our run fits, linebackers are going to be more aggressive, which leaves the DBs exposed to quick hitting passes, especially when you're off leverage. But you can't press when there's RPOs, because then if a double move happens or if one single DB misses in a jam situation from press while their team is going RPO, those 7-yard slants turn to 40-yard go balls for touchdowns. So it's hard as a DB to scoot up and be aggressive in coverage when your linebackers are playing RPO because they have to. And then when your D-line can't necessarily get the knockback in the run game to limit those RPO opportunities, the linebackers have to help. So everything works hand in hand. So that's why I'm not trying to be too hard on the DBs. I'm aware they have to play better, but at the same time, you got to understand the situation they're in. RPO is hard when a team knows how to run it and be effective, and Purdue was good at it.
Hey, Trojan fans, introducing Salaya Tequila, brought to you by USC football legends Matt and Ryan Khalil. Celebrate your story with a homegrown spirit. We are just getting started here. 877-710-3776. 877-710 ESPN is the number. Trojans win 33-17. Get in the queue. Let us know what you thought about the game, what you think about next week's game against Michigan State, and give us a call. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Back in a moment on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where groundbreaking research meets unparalleled expertise. It's where exceptional care is tailored 100% to kids. It's where every specialist, every room, every innovation revolves around one need, your child's. Whether it's routine care or a life-saving procedure, CHLA is where families turn to when outcomes truly matter. Children's Hospital Los Angeles. 125 years of building hope and healthier futures. Go to chla.org today.
All right, everyone. Welcome to ARCO Rewards Orientation. I'm Hannah.
Whoa. Is everything okay?
That's a code green. Someone just earned at least 5 cents a gallon in rewards.
Wow. Another one?
Well, that one's a code gold. The customer just redeemed savings of up to $1 a gallon.
Impressive. What does that one mean?
Oh, that's just Piggy. He gets excited when we talk about rewards.
Savings of up to $1 per gallon redeemable with 20 rewards dollars in your loyalty account. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
At Ralph's, you never compromise. You get high quality and low prices. Like you never compromise your meal with our spring salad mix, guaranteed fresh. And you never compromise your budget with lower than low prices. And you never compromise your appetite with our golden brown bread that's baked fresh in store. And you never compromise your wallet with our lower prices. Hand it to Ralph's shoppers. You never compromise. Ralph's. Fresh for everyone.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Welcome back, everybody, to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz, Sua Cravens with you, talking Trojan football after USC wins 33-17 against Purdue in Indiana. Trojans now 3-0 on the season. We're taking your calls, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776. Let's get right back to the phone lines. We got Mitch from Jersey. Mitch from Jersey. What's up, Mitch? Welcome back to the show.
How's it going, Jason? Sue, how you guys doing?
Hey, good, Mitch. Hey, man, Mitch, how bummed were you about the delay today? I know you're always talking about game starts and late nights.
It was a perfect start until that dude delayed it. I had to take a disaster, but nobody gets hurt, so that was great. I mean, with the light and everything, it's just my luck. 3 hours, incredible. I could have gone to the pool, gone to the gym, and come back and still made the game, but there's always tomorrow. I was happy with our balanced offense, and this quarterback, for what I heard and read, he's going to be playing on Sunday, so we faced a good quarterback. He's got a good arm, and he was throwing some good balls. He's carrying that team. I didn't see anybody else in their offense that's so great, but you're going to be hearing them on Sundays, just like our quarterback, too. And I like that defensive line. I'm really liking the kids, the young men, Fountain and Stewart. Definitely improve our defensive line from last year. I'm happy with it. And Michigan State, and I remember Charles True, who doesn't transfer. Those are far few in between. But Charles, he's got some size. It's disappointing that he left Oregon State. Everybody pretty much left the Pac-10 except for 2 teams till next year. So I think we go in next year, and that's going to be an 11 o'clock game. You can forget about me. Just forget about me. I said I'll double up today, but it was kind of a close game. Purdue kept it kind of close. I was a little worried there at times, but the defense came through. And because I got defensive line, and Gentry too. So you got. Don't be too busy. Enjoy.
Hey, Mitch, I heard you call into the Peristyle podcast last week, and I heard that Shotgun Spratling invited you to come over to his house and watch some USC football. You going to take him up on that offer?
I'm usually now that I'm retired and I have a second grandson.
The one and only Shotgun Spratling, who's been covering USC football for years.
I never heard of him until this year. I never did. I can't believe all these podcasts.
I won't tell him you said so. All right, Mitch. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Get some sleep. Get some sleep, Mitch. We'll talk to you later, man. Let's move on. Let's go to Mark from Manhattan Beach. Mark, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hello.
Hey, Mark, you there?
I'm actually over in Anaheim. I'm sorry. It must have not come over clear. Yeah, Anaheim, California.
All right, Mark from Anaheim. What's up, Mark? How are things in Anaheim?
Pretty nice. I just pretty much thought, from first off, I just felt like Purdue had just inadequate facilities for the delay. I think the Trojans had to walk maybe, to a track and field indoor facility when they had the delay, which I think is, while Purdue was sitting, laying in great accommodations, but that's, after the fact, that's
just home field advantage, man. I mean, where's USC sending them in that situation?
Right.
Into the Science Center?
Yeah, right. No, I understand that. But going to the team, no, I thought defense played great today. I thought we kind of messed around a little bit, with offense. I thought we could have been more direct and kind of laid down the hammer when we had the opportunity. But I think overall the team played great. I'm really impressed by the defense this year. They're getting pressure, even though we haven't had, elite or competition. I think that we've still made steps going forward this season.
All right, man. Thanks for the call.
I like how positive the calls are so far. It's not much for me to say.
I mean, look, SC's taking care of business. I think it's not perfect, but each week we've been talking about it for the last few weeks. Each week has been a tougher test. They're passing. Obviously, it's not perfect, but good chance to see what needs to be worked on moving forward, and the games get tougher from here on out. And just continue to ramp up and hopefully team stays consistent and improves week to week. Thanks for the call. Let's go out to Carter from Vegas. What's going on, Carter?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Fight on.
Hey, what's up, man? Fight on.
Man, I was going to gloat a little bit, but Sua kind of tempered my, I don't know, I won't call it exuberance, but 3-0 is better than 2-1. And I don't know if we're winning this game last year with 7 under center. And he had me shook with the Grinch reference. I'm not going to lie. He had me shook, but I feel like when we're in the red zone, defense is compressed. There's less space to defend. And there is an element of having a ball-hawking safety. Maybe that's what he brings to the table. You don't want to rely on it, obviously. I mean, like what Sua said, that's factual. But if we got a ball-hawking safety from NC State, for whatever reason, maybe that's just an element to his game. When we're inside the red zone, he really locks in. He can read eyes. He jumps. You simplify his reads, maybe half the field, and we're good. I don't know if we're doing that, and we're 2-1 if this is last season. So I think, I believe everything that Sua said. Definitely probably a legend, an innovator in the hybrid safety linebacker combo. So everything he said is factual. But I think there's a reason for optimism. With all things considered, the DBs, they weren't clean, but they didn't cost us the game, and that's all you can ask for.
You put that on your resume, Sua. Legend and innovator.
His words, not mine.
I know.
Whenever
put it on the resume,
agree,
man.
Whenever
put it on the
I
resume.
agree
Put it
with
on your
somebody
Twitter bio.
complimenting me, it's me. It's here goes Sua again. So I just let the people speak. No, I mean, yeah, you can be optimistic about the defense. I have no problem with Bishop Fitzgerald being a ball hawk, but let's be a ball hawk when the ball is at midfield or when a drive just starts. Let's eliminate blown coverages and giving up 20 to 30 yard chunk plays because we weren't aligned pre-snap or because we ran the wrong play. Like, those are things we can limit so that we don't have to be a bend but don't break defense. He can be a ball hawk all he wants to. I don't want him to eliminate his decision making or athletic ability, but at the same time, we just got to do the little things right so we can get to third down.
All right, Carter, thanks for the call, man. Trojan fans, Stone IPA has inspired a generation of brewers and beer lovers. Made in Southern California, Stone Brewing's first anniversary ale continues to be today's iconic West Coast-style IPA. Crisp, light-bodied, and packed with hoppy flavor. Located at find.stonebrewing.com. 877-710-3776, 877-710 ESPN is the number. Give us a call. Trojans beat Purdue 33-17. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA Trojans Media Network.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
We are Life Law, where we make injury law simple. We have 2 simple goals for all of our clients: full medical recovery and ultimately full monetary compensation. We understand that it can be overwhelming to face the uncertainty in the wake of an accident. We will be there with you at each step in the legal and healthcare process. You will pay nothing unless we win your case. Dial 1-800-LYFE-LAW or check us out at lyfe.com. Life Law, official sponsors of USC Athletics.
Looking for the play of the day? That's easy. Fight on to victory with USC and fly on faster with ONT, the fastest and easiest airport experience in SoCal. Not to mention, Ontario International Airport has over 90 nonstop flights to 30 major destinations with less traffic coming in and out. In other words, getting there is a breeze, and so is following our Trojans anywhere the season takes them. Because let's be honest, faster is always better when it comes to your airport. Start planning your next journey today at SoCalSoEasy.com.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Trojan fans, fuel your wellness journey with Cookies, the proud CBD and wellness partner of USC Athletics. Discover products crafted to support a balanced lifestyle. Elevate your game day experience with Cookies today. Fight on. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Jason Schwartz, Sua Cravens with you as the Trojans improve to 3-0, a 33-17 win over Purdue. 877-710 ESPN, 877-710-3776 is the number to call. And we still got lots of callers wanting to get in here tonight. We're going to go out to Edward from North Carolina. Edward, what's going on, man? You're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, guys, just an update. Aggies beat Notre Dame.
Did they? I just saw they tied it up. Did they beat? Oh, wow, 41-40.
That missed extra point ended up killing Notre Dame.
Yep, Notre Dame.
Thanks for the update, Edward.
But back to my call. I have to agree 100% with Sua. I mean, the defense was great, but the defense still can be better. The run defense has a lot to be desired, especially Purdue. Too many missed open field tackles. I mean, yeah, it's a third game, and there's a lot to build on. But I felt like Purdue's defense on us this week is how we played our defense the last 2 weeks. And it's like they looked at our film and was like, that's how we have to play to beat USC. And they played our defense. And, I mean, I just like to, that's it. I mean, like I said, I believe Sua, he called it right. His expertise when it comes to that is amazing. But, I mean, other than that, fight on USC, Sparty next week. We're going to go back to the old Battle of Troy, the Spartans and the Trojans.
Edward, yeah.
It's time to see.
Fight on, Edward. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, again, his words, not mine.
Legend, innovator.
I'm just gonna let the people speak, and hopefully I can keep producing what the people need.
Edward, thanks for the call, man. Hey, let's go out to Pam from Temple City. Pam, welcome back to the show. How you feeling this week?
Thank you for having me. I wanted to
always
thank you guys for entertaining us all day today during that long delay. It must have been really hard for you guys. And my gift to Helen, and then I'll make my comment. Happy birthday, Helen of Troy. I hope your week is filled with joy. So
let's go, Pam. Love it.
And what I'm concerned about with SC, a couple things. Well, of course, the penalties, but also seemed like we had a lot of missed tackles, and I'm concerned about that when we start playing the meat of the schedule here. But like you say, we did get a win, made my food taste better, my music brighter, and I love it. I just want to make sure that we can shore up some of those things. And right on for Jared. I mean, that took a lot of heart for him to run all that way. And I really appreciate the guys who have come back this year, who didn't abandon us, because that, they really understand the legacy and the tradition of USC. And I don't know if they'll ever hear me say that, but I just wanted to express that. And I thank you guys for taking my call.
Hey, always, Pam, fight on. And I mean, Pam was already a Trojans Wrap-Up Hall of Famer, but for singing to Helen like that, First ballot. First ballot.
So we're gonna start rolling out the red carpet for Pam. It's gonna go. We gotta get this lineup set. It's Pam.
No, Pam's got the red carpet. We gotta sprinkle them throughout.
It's Helen, Pam.
We gotta get the
Mitch.
familiar voices throughout.
Yeah.
Well, here's another one we get often. Nick from Dallas. Nick, welcome back to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Sue, fight on Sue. Sue, I agree.
Nick, can I get a fight on too, man?
My bad, Jay. Sorry, yeah, my bad. I mean, I've been an SC fan since the Rodney Pete era. My bad.
Hey, man, all good. No, I'm an alum. Fight on, Nick.
You good? I watched the game. I personally thought that they should have won more than what they did. Offense is going to be fine. They can score in their sleep. It's just the defense. Remember I called last week when we beat Georgia. So it's just the penalties. It's the discipline, the offense, the offsides, the personal fouls, the hands to the face. Don't give the offense multiple penalties chances. And then I think it was a special teams play. One of the players for SC was trying to hop over 3 players on special teams. There's no need for that. You're not going to jump over 3 players. Just go on ahead, try to block it, just try to jump, and just go on from there, and bring the offense back on the field. It's just the defense needs to be more disciplined. I think Lincoln and Anthony Lynn needs to settle down with the defense a little bit because, like Stewart said, he's paying attention to detail. The DBs need to work on some things too, but I think we'll be fine. I'm watching all these other teams that play in the conference. Illinois, Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M. If they just stop the run, I think we'll be fine. I watched the Fighting Illini play. That'll be a game where we got to, take care of business against Michigan State. But, I like that front four. Like I said last week, that front four is legit, big, quick, and physical. And I think we'll be okay. I think at worst we'll be probably 10-2. I'm being straight up honest, though, but I think we'll be okay. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I think we'll be fine. It's just the defense. Offense is going to be fine, fellas. Offense will be okay. It's just the defense. They just have to be disciplined and stay within the game plan with Anthony Lynn because we'll be okay.
Nick, I'm gonna try to remember that, man. I just took a note of that. Nick from Dallas, 10-2.
I'm being straight. I'm watching teams play in our conference. I think we'll be okay, but take one game at a time. Let's go on ahead, get ready for Michigan State, and let's get ready for that big one in Champaign, Illinois. I'm glad we're playing the Fighting Illini in September, not November, by the way, but I think we'll be okay. But, Stu, I'm with you. DBs need to work on some things, though. But overall, I think this team is finding our identity, too, moving forward, though. So, but we'll see what happens next. Let's get ready for Michigan State next Saturday, and we'll go on from there. Thanks for taking my call, fellas.
Yeah, fight on, Nick.
He said it, and we got to really stop the run. And stats can be deceiving because Purdue decided to mix pass in because it was working. Our DBs were playing off RPO, was working. Why not take the easy 7 yards through the air? But teams like Illinois are not going to stop running the football. Even if it goes for 1 yard on first down, they're going to hand the ball off again on second down. And even again on third down, they are okay with going 3 straight runs and punting the ball a few times before they're like, okay, let's run. Let's make some play action in there. So the run game is going to have to be elite to run the table in the Big Ten.
The run defense?
Yeah, run defense. Going to have to be elite in the Big Ten.
Let's get to one more call before our next break. We got Will Chang from Alhambra. Will Chang, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to, first, can we just agree that we all love Helen of Troy? And I've looked forward to it every weekend, just listening to her comments, right? But, hello?
Oh, yeah, we're here, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm a diehard Trojan alum. I used to drive back from San Diego every day to watch the games, the home games. And, 2 years, I kind of got sick with kidney failure and eye failure. And I just want to give Sua and yourself some love because that's one thing I do enjoy. I can't really see the games as much anymore. So one thing I do love is hearing you, Pete, Cody, and Sua, who's a dying breed of diehard Trojans, right? Like in the world of NIL, we don't have as many guys who really bleed the cardinal gold. So, just want to give you guys love for what you guys do. For a Trojan like myself that kind of have harder times seeing the games, there's something to look forward to. So, no real comments on the game besides 3-0 and being a big guy growing up as a big kid, big General Reed. That was amazing to see that. Made me smile. But thanks for doing what you guys do, and I'll keep listening even next week. It's like 1 a.m. in the morning, but just a reminder. Sewin does have a family, man. Thanks, guys.
Well, hey, please call again. And, man, I know I speak for Sua and everybody on the broadcast here. We appreciate those thoughts, man, and keep fighting on.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Fight on.
Fight on, man. On. All right, let's get to another break here. We still got more calls to get to. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN is the number. Hey, Trojan fans, at Ralph's, you get high quality and low prices, so you never have to compromise your budget. Save on thousands of items throughout the store. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Trojans take care of business at Purdue 33-17. Back with more Trojans Wrap-Up after this on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong. You are fearless. You are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Are you ready to unleash the beast? Monster Energy is here to give you the edge this college tailgate season. Loaded with bold flavors, our powerful blend gives you the energy you need to push you beyond your limits. Tune in all season long with Monster, the energy drink of ESPN Radio College Football Tour. Power your performance with a drink that's as hungry for victory as you are. Crack open an ice-cold Monster and dominate the competition. Monster Energy. Unleash the beast. Grab yours today.
The road is calling. Embrace the thrill of the drive with the fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Featuring effortless power, serious acceleration, and advanced Audi tech. The next chapter of Audi is here. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Visit SoCalAudiDealers.com for more information.
All right, USC Credit Union team, huddle up. Maria wants a new sedan, and we're the team to get it for her. Tommy, what are the specs?
Blue, 4-door, electric. She likes the safety features and fuel savings.
Great, because at USC Credit Union, she can get a discount for an EV. Plus, our auto loans already have great rates and flexible terms. All right, team, let's get her approved on 2 great rates.
Buy or refi at USC Credit Union, with or without football references. Visit usccreditunion.org and apply today. Federally insured by NCUA.
You're listening to USC Football.
Hear every moment of USC football on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app.
Trojans beat Purdue 33-17. Welcome back to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. A lot of Trojan fans want to talk USC football tonight. Trojans are 3-0. We got this plus one last segment to go, so winding things down here. But let's get right back to the phone lines. We have got Tani from Atlanta. Tani, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Hi, thank you. I just wanted to know if you were impressed with Stewart and Bacard, and then do you think the offense needs to improve to make a playoff run?
Stewart, he's still rotating, I think. He's still young. People got to remember he reclassified, so he's got to get used to the strength and speed at this level before he really starts making an impact. He obviously had a TFL today, but, you just got to give him some time and he'll come along. As far as the offense goes, this offense can score points. They just got to make sure their identity is established before we get late in the season. Like, if we're going to be a team that runs the football and trusts the run game, or are we going to be a team that when everything hits the fan, we fall back on being a pass-happy offense. So, and that only gets determined as the season progresses, but so far so good. I wish we would have scored more points against Purdue, though.
And Tani mentioned Floyd Bacard as well. He came up with a sack today, and I kind of love, the different names on defense we're seeing come up with plays. I mean, obviously, he had Eric Gentry, he He led the team in tackles. He had 2 sacks. Bishop Fitzgerald with 2 picks. But after that, I mean, it's spreading the wealth in terms of playmakers on defense tonight.
Hey, our guys got to be guys. We got to win one-on-ones. We can't go 1 for 1, and I expect all of our playmakers to be on the stat sheet every week, and that includes Lucas, that includes Gentry, and now that includes Bishop Fitzgerald and Kamari Ramsey.
Tawny, thanks for the call. Let's go to John from Brea. John, you're on Trojans Wrap-Up.
Pleasure to be on the air with you guys. I really enjoy your show a lot. Thank you, guys.
Hey, thanks, John. Fight on.
I'm an old-time SC guy. I'm 72 years old. I started following SC football when I was 10. I fell in love with SC football and decided to go to USC, honestly, for that reason. So I attended.
You're probably not the only one, man.
76. Thank you, man. Fight on. I was there from 72 to 76. My classmates were guys that I went to class with were Lynn Swan and J.K. McKay and Pat Hayden and some other guys. So I go back a ways. And I went to Roosevelt High School, and a couple of guys who went to Roosevelt who ended up playing at SC were Mike Garrett and a cornerback. So you might appreciate this, number 43, Ty Hudson, who played JC football and then transferred and went to SC, played a couple of years. He was really a good defensive back. Anyway, I just wanted to say about Jaden Mayava. He reminds me a lot of Roman Gabriel, an old Rams quarterback from way back when, you know. He's tall. When he throws bombs, he's got, we used to call the long pass the bomb back then. He's got a feathery touch, and when he throws the ball, when he's throwing, let's see, intermediate passes, a lot of zip on that pass. And he likes to run too, and he doesn't mind mixing it up. I like that about Mayava. So anyway, those are just observations. And one more thing, Mayava didn't get 300 yards, but people make a big deal about getting 300 yards. I don't really care too much about that. As long as we get a lot of running in the game, we can get a lot of running yards and passing yards. I don't really care if the guy is getting, spectacular numbers, as long as they get a good, healthy dose of passing and running.
Just win, baby.
My observation.
Yeah,
all right, John, thanks for the call.
Well. Jaden's been playing well. He's doing what he needs to do. He looks a lot better in the pocket, looks more poised and patient and very decisive when he's throwing and running. So he's doing all the right things.
Let's go to Robert from L.A. Robert, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Thank you very much. I've always been an SC fan, and since a young age, I've grew up in the San Fernando Valley. I went to high school. I went to school with a guy named Alan Graff, who was on the SC 1972 championship game. A great guy. He got hurt in the NFL, and he turned to acting. I was born in San Fernando. I saw Charles White play. I went to religious services with AD's grandma, and I always kid my son that she held him like a football. And always been an SC fan. SC, Helen is going to turn 76 on September 15th. Pete Carroll's birthday is September 15th. He'll be 74. And it happens my birthday is September 15th. I'll be 76. The Trojans, a lot of mistakes, but they're going to do great.
All right, Robert, thanks for the call, man, and happy early birthday. And you know who else is celebrating a birthday on September 15th? Our great longtime producer, Rick Cutler. So happy birthday, Rick, if you're still listening. Hope you have a good one, man. I think he'll be celebrating the Trojans live,
first.
Right?
I told him happy birthday first.
Well, you texted
everybody
him.
to know that.
Air. That's what really counts. You're the one on your phone.
Which is why I told him first.
Happy birthday, Rick. He'll be celebrating it.
I'm your real friend, Rick. That's why I
said
it first.
All right. Let's go to DeAndre from Vegas. DeAndre, welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hey, thank
DeAndre,
you for
there you are.
answering the call.
Yeah, you got it, man.
Sorry, I was going to say was that was a good win, man. Like, I was, I was questioning, is Lincoln, and not just him, everybody was questioning, is he going to dive into the run more and use the tight ends more? And honestly, I have to ask you guys, like, does this offense kind of remind you of, like, how he was at Oklahoma, where he used the tight ends a lot more, especially two tight ends?
Yeah, I would say so. And at Oklahoma, he even used the H-back. That was a fullback, and sneak him out the backfield, and he'd be the extra runner that would get those wheel routes and sneaky little angle routes out the backfield, especially in the red zone. So now that we've got two tight ends, especially with Lake, I don't know what Lake did this offseason, but he seems like he's much faster and explosive off the line of scrimmage. I think Lincoln feels comfortable going back to a bunch of those H-back packages and using Lake for a lot of those split zone reads and motions pre-snap.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, also I was going to say was, I agree with all the other callers. Like, the defense, and like what you said, Sua, is the defense is a work in progress. But my only concern, it's not a real big concern, but it's the DB play. Like, I know that some of the guys are young and stuff like that. That's not DJ Harvey and the Carlos Nicholson. But the others, they're young, and I feel like, going through the season, they're going to get better. But it was kind of bugging me that we were giving too much cushion at times. So I was like, dude, you're leaving the middle of leaving a slant or right in that zone just wide open. But I've been impressed with I like the physicality. That's the first thing. And then, what's his name? I'm really happy for, Anthony Lucas. Because, man,
it's been a good start to the year.
For years. Sorry, what were you saying?
I just said, yeah, it's been a good start to the year.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. And, I like the freshmen and stuff like that. They got to learn and stuff like that. They're getting better. But, man, Big Jaw with that pick six, that was crazy.
Hey, DeAndre, thanks for the call, man. Appreciate you.
I'll let you guys go. Fight on, brothers.
Fight on, man. All right, DeAndre there. Let's get to one more call before our next break. We got Neil from Montebello. Neil, welcome to Trojans Wrap-Up.
Thank you, guys. Hey, listen, I can go way back. I'm 87 years old, and
we're going down memory lane. All these callers here late on the show.
Yeah, but I saw John Arnett play for USC, C.R. Roberts, Jim Sears. But what I want to talk about the defense. I know they need more, experience and stuff. But what we're seeing from them, we haven't seen in years, was at least they're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're getting sacks and they're getting interceptions. For the last few years or so, you watch them, the defense was just falling apart. And when crucial plays, they couldn't come up with the big play, which they're doing now. So I think it looks good for the future, and they've got what the main thing is they got good coaches now.
Hey, I'm not gonna argue with fans that are talking positively about the team. I love the fluff calls. I love the reminiscing of the multiple classes and alumni that call in and don't give Jason a fight on. That it really warms my heart. But I feel like I like the show better when somebody calls in and wants to argue. Do we have any toxic callers?
But that usually means SC lost, Sue.
Yeah.
That usually means they lost.
I just want one toxic caller. This is a boring Saturday.
This is how things go. I mean, we got a
too
lot
cordial
of calls
for my liking.
We got a lot of calls. I'm sure you could find someone to fight someone about. You're pretty good at that. Hey, Neil, thanks for the call, man. Always appreciate you. Let's get to our final break here. We got one last segment coming up. 877-710-3776, 877-710-ESPN. We got to pick our Arco top-tier performance of the game. We got to get to Sua's prediction, and we got to look ahead to next week against Michigan State, and all that's coming up in our final segment when we come back. Although first, I think we need to get to an ID. So before we go to the break, Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves here across the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hey, this is Lincoln Riley. This is Trojans football on 710 ESPN. KSPN Los Angeles. Your home for USC football is 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Fight on.
All right, let's go to break. Trojans win it 33-17. You're listening to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo on the ESPN LA USC Trojans Media Network.
Hi, Trojan fans. Are you ready to fight on? Fruitist Blueberries got your back. All across the gridiron, straight into the end zone, our berries pack flavor and crunch into every bite. Get ready for Fruitist Blueberries, official superfruit snack sponsor of USC Trojans football. Delicious, healthy, and always ready to win. Snack smarter. Snack Fruitist, because even our berries fight on. Fruitist, Fruitist, for the love of fruit. Available in stores near you.
Yeah, go! Invesco QQQ is the official ETF partner of the USC Trojans. The future isn't scary. Not realizing its potential, however, could be. To build a championship team, you have to consider each recruit, transfer, and prospect. If you see the potential in one player, you can build potential in the whole team. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
It's time to recharge, reconnect, and rediscover your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. And with your resort favorites back in action, there's all of the excitement and comfort you love, with the peace of mind you can depend on. So whenever you're ready for a little rest, a little relaxation, and a lot of fun, we'll be here. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino today.
Tommy Trojan is at the 10, the 5, touchdown, USC!
Make big plays on the field and in life. With iTrust Capital, you can buy and sell crypto 24/7 in a secure premium custody account or in a tax-advantaged crypto IRA. iTrust Capital is easy to use and has no sign-up fees. Don't be a Monday morning quarterback. Make big plays now. Visit itrustcapital.com/USC to start investing today. Use promo code Trojans to get $100. iTrust Capital, the official cryptocurrency platform of the USC Trojans.
Taxes and conditions may apply. Fees apply. Cryptocurrencies are a speculative investment.
This is USC football on the home of the Trojans. 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Your destination for LA sports. Fight on!
Welcome back, everybody, to Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. USC beats Purdue tonight by a final of 33-17, a later night than we had expected because of that long delay, but we are almost here at the very end. And we got one more caller to get to. And before we do that, though, I just want to bring up, before we end the show, because I know we talked about Notre Dame losing that close game against Texas A&M, but just for a moment, UCLA last night. I mean, we're about to the weekend's already the perfect weekend. SC wins, Notre Dame and UCLA both lose, but UCLA goes down at home to New Mexico. And did you see Sua on Twitter or X last night? The way UCLA was getting trolled by some
the Big Sky.
Oh my God, yeah, the Big Sky. Reddit
CFB.
Reddit CFB says UCLA reportedly exploring a move to the FCS Big Sky, and the Big Sky Conference official account responds, "No, thank you."
No thanks.
And then Reddit, that same account at Reddit CFB says 0-3 UCLA gets a bye next week, and then this is their remaining schedule. Getting to one win will be an absolute miracle. And the Pac-12 Conference official account tweets the Jerry Seinfeld meme, the GIF. That's a shame. I mean, whew. That is tough, man. That is tough. We got highlights of that game last night rolling right now on ESPN LA, but on the YouTube feed. But man, tough times in Westwood.
You know, it's a choice to be a Bruin. It's a choice. Let this be a lesson to all those that choose to put that powder, that stuff on and go across town. It's not, the grass ain't always greener over there. They're doing construction on the 405 right now. It's going to be hard to get to class. That's all I'm saying.
Oof, tough times. All right, let's get to Let's get to one last caller. If you're watching the YouTube feed right now, there's the tweet we're talking about, the Big Sky Conference tweet. Oh, man, so good. Let's go to Mike from Atlanta. Mike, what's up? Welcome to Trojans Wrap Up.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to say, if you guys thought maybe we were adopting an NFL type of style where maybe we're not going to just always run up the score, but we're just going to control the game, especially considering the coaches we have on the coaching staff. Do you think maybe it's possible that, hey, we're just going to go in there, do what we got to do, and, it doesn't need to be any type of blowout? Because I really see blowouts in the NFL. So just wondering maybe your thoughts on that. And I'm just trying to, comprehend this because we don't really look too good, but I'm trying to find the positives in this. And in actuality, especially since Sua said he prefers somebody to kind of argue with him. The defense don't look too good to me. The offense can only put up 33. Fieri looks pretty good, but he did miss the 49-yarder. I don't know, against Michigan, Illinois. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think?
Like I said, the defense, I will be really worried when we play against a team that runs the football and controls the clock and limits our offense. That'll tell me everything I need to know about our defense and our offense, because pretty much the first 3 games we've been in control and never really feeling like backs against the wall, need a play, have to make a play, must have drive. We haven't had that yet on either play or on either side of the ball. And maybe that Bishop Fitzgerald interception in that last Purdue drive was the closest thing to it. But even then, we still had a touchdown lead. So I don't want to pass or judgment or be too dramatic on what I've seen from the defense until we're in said situation. But as far as are we adopting an NFL type scheme by not scoring as many points? No. I mean, I'm pretty sure we would score every time if we had the chance. We put up 70 first game. So every game's different. It was also wet out there, so conditions change plans as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's still the Illinois game, right? It's still that game coming up in 2 weeks that's going to be the test to find out where this team is and how good they are on both sides. Because let's be real. I mean, Purdue is still a Big Ten opponent. It's on the road. But USC was 21-point favorites in this game. 21-point favorites for a team that hadn't won in the Eastern time zone since 2012, didn't win a Big Ten road game last year. 21-point favorite. So that shows you all you need to know about what the odds makers out there thought about Purdue. And yeah, I mean, SC didn't play a perfect game, but they went in there and they handled business. But again, at the end of the day, they get Michigan State next week at home, but then it's at Illinois. We've been talking about it for the last couple of weeks and this week as well. That's the game. That's a game where we're going to find out. All right. Definitely. Speaking of that, you got something else, Mike?
I was just going to say, I wish we would have covered. We didn't actually cover. But, like you said, every game's different, and we'll see what we got going on next week.
All right, Mike. Fight on. I had a friend of mine who could not believe that we were 21-point favorites in this game, and yet there we were at the end. We had a chance to get in the end zone. We would have gone up by 21, settled for the field goal, and then ultimately ended up with the, 16-point win, 33-17. All right, thanks for the call, Mike. Fight on. And all right, let's start looking ahead to Michigan State. And with that, we are going to bring back in the birthday girl this week. In a couple days, we got, of course, Helen of Troy. Still waiting on the line to get back on it. And Helen, I know you want to talk to Sua about his prediction this week and next. What you got, Helen?
Yep. Well, what do you got, Sua?
Well, Helen, what did Sua have last week? Do you remember his score prediction last week?
Oh, you know what? Since I left that in my notebook, I messed it up.
Helen, we gave you this responsibility, Helen, but I got it. It's 42-17. So, Sue, I mean, you got the 17.
42-something. Yeah.
42-17.
I will not mess up again. I'll put it in my phone.
I'm getting pretty close on a lot of these predictions, and eventually I'm going to go play the lotto, and you guys are never going to see me again. I can see it. I'm going to speak it into existence or speak it into fruition. However it works, I need it because I'm getting really close. I'm not a gambling man, but maybe I should start playing DraftKings or Prize Picks or something.
Well, if you lose all your money in Vegas, at least my daughter will give you a place to sleep.
Hey, I'll take it. I will take it.
All right, Sue,
Well,
what you
she
got?
lives in Henderson, but she's not that far away, so I mean,
Definitely will take it.
All right, Sue, what you got for next week? Michigan State at the Coliseum. It's an 8 o'clock Pacific time kickoff. What you got?
38-21.
38-21 SC over Michigan State next weekend at the Coliseum. You heard it here first. Hey, Helen, we wish you a very happy birthday, and hope you have a great day on Monday.
Who are your picks for the top tier performance this today?
We'll get to that, Helen. We'll get to that right now.
Okay, that's what I'm ready because I'm ready.
All right, Helen of Troy, happy birthday, Helen. Lots of birthday love for Helen in the comments, too, on the YouTube feed I've been seeing. All right, well, Helen, she teased it. It is time to pick our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Sue, what do you got?
I'm going to go Bishop Fitzgerald. 2 picks. One sealed the game. One saved us in the red zone. Both saved us in the red zone. Second one saved the game. So Bishop Fitzgerald, 3 picks in 3 games. Have a day.
I'm going to go defense, too. Eric Gentry, 2 sacks, 8 tackles, led the team, 3 tackles for loss. Trojans, 5 sacks in the game, with Gentry leading the way with 2. And then I think we got to give a special shout-out to Jamal Jarrett for his thick 6 tonight. I mean, that was certainly the play of the game and is worthy of an Arco top-tier performance of the game as well. So those are our Arco top-tier performances of the game. Sua, any deeper thoughts on next week with Michigan State?
Got to stop the quarterback run. Childs, that's how you say his name, I believe. Childs. He wants to run the ball. They've got a great wide receiver in Marsh. Deep play, deep threat guy. DB's going to get put to the test. Running game will get put to the test. Not like Illinois, but Illinois. I know you guys hate how I say Illinois. Illinois, but
I've never said anything. Who's
I see
giving
that
you a
little
hard time?
smirk. I see that little smirk.
Who's giving you a hard time?
Yeah, Jordan.
You've been wanting me to give you a hard time.
No,
you want that.
Hey, yo,
you want that drama.
No, not from you. You're supposed to have my back. We're supposed to be partners in crime. But yeah, we just got to be ready to defend the quarterback run, which USC has notoriously struggled with over the years.
All right, next week. What do you think about that kickoff time?
I hate it. I have a family.
What is going on?
I have a job the next day as well as do you. So,
And we both got work early the next day.
I don't even know if I'm going to go to sleep that night.
Next week's my last show in the Central Time Zone, and then I'm back in studio with you. But
why'd you say it like that? You said it like, then I'm back in the studio with you. Oh, brother.
That's just you're just projecting, man. You just heard it
You're gonna gaslight me.
no, man. I'm looking forward to being back in there with you. But no, next week I'm in the Central Time Zone, so we're going to be going till like 3:30 in the morning.
You're going to be going until 3:30 in the morning.
Keep the calls quick next week, people.
He doesn't. Well, he has a family, but not a family waiting at home.
All right. Everybody, the final score is presented by Wells Fargo, the official retail bank of USC Athletics, and tonight's final score was USC 33, Purdue 17. That's going to do it for Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. We thank you all so much for your calls. Lots of calls today. I think we had like 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there. Happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating a birthday coming up here on Monday. Felt like the entire show. Again, next week, USC hosting Michigan State at the Coliseum, 8 o'clock kickoff Saturday night. That means our coverage begins with the Trojan Tailgate Show at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Going to be a late night at the Coliseum and here on Trojans Wrap-Up, but looking forward to having all of you with us. The executive producer for USC football is Matt Wells. Our producer is Rick Cutler. Happy early birthday to Rick. And in studio is Kasim Diakate with Jose De La Roca on highlights. And shout out to Parker Bell who is producing our YouTube show over here. For Sua Cravens, I'm Jason Schwartz. Again, the Trojans beat Purdue 33-17. They are 3-0. This has been USC Trojans Wrap-Up presented by Modelo. Fight on, everybody.
You've been listening to the USC Football Wrap-Up Show presented by Modelo.
An exclusive presentation by USC Sports Properties and Playfly Sports.
Stay tuned right here on ESPN LA and the USC Trojan Media Network all week long for everything USC